Hey, welcome or welcome back to Babe and Library. It's your girl Lisa, and I am back for a quick recommendation on 6 different Christmas novellas that you can read before the end of the year. I know a lot of us are out here trying to make sure that we can reach our reading goals for the year. I actually have exceeded mine, but that's because I set the bar extremely low so that I can exceed it and feel accomplished. But if you're still trying to reach your end of year goals, please think about picking up one of these recommendations for that holiday theme, as well as short, quick reads that can help you towards your goal. So all 6 of these are novellas that I'll be reading this month as well. As we get closer to the time of the holidays, I just want to be wrapped up in that cozy feel. And each one of these romances has a little spark for you. So if you're into male-male romance, if you are into best friends to lovers, if you're into forced proximity, I've got a little bit of something for everyone. So the first one I'm going to recommend is Kimberly Lemon's Mistletoe. If you have been following me this year, I read one of her first books, which was The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. Absolutely loved and adored. That book leads us into a fantasy world that Kimberly Lemon created that is funny, is adventurous, and I'm hoping that this novella, Mistletoe, will be no different. To me, it's similar to a Beauty and the Beast trope. This girl's father finds himself wrapped up in a fox demon's snare trap, and she goes to see if she can make a bargain with the fox by bringing him food to say, hey, if you let my father go, I'll give you these treats I baked. And he's not having it. He's like, no, I'm not interested in baked goods, but what you can do for me is be my date to this winter festival. People have been kind of, pressuring me, and they want to see me in a relationship. If you go with me, I'll let your father go. Of course, fake dating always leads to real feelings, so that is number 1 on my list. The next book would be That Male-Male Romance that I was talking about by Nyla K. So that is Unwrap Him. If you remember earlier this year, I did a Nyla K reading. I read Push, and that was a part of my Dating Your Dad series. I didn't really care for that, but I figured I'll give the writer a second chance. I think holiday romances pretty much sweeten the pot for me every single time. This one is a guardian ward romance. So if you read Nyla K, you know there's always some taboo element to it, and this is no different. That guardian ward love relationship, but they're not related, is a safe bet for me. So I want to go ahead and read Nyla K's Unwrap Him. It actually comes out Friday, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up so I can have my hands on that and get to reading as soon as possible. The next book is Unwrap Him. Oh, sorry. Actually, that was the last one. Wrapped Up in Him by Talia Hibbert. Talia Hibbert is, funny and witty and cute. I fell in love with her Brown Sister series. Sometimes she has some hits, sometimes she has some misses. So I'm interested to see where Wrapped Up in Him leads me to. This is a best friend's little sister, billionaire romance who the main characters are trapped. It's a forced proximity. They get stuck in a snowstorm, and the billionaire actor has been falling in love with his best friend's little sister and pining for her, and this is their time. So I'm interested to see if this will push Talia Hibbert up on the scale for me, because like I said, I love the Brown Sisters, but some of her other items were really misses for me. So I'm interested to see if this balances the scale. The 4th book I'm going to be reading is Home for Christmas. It is by Brooklyn Mosley. This is a novella that has a marriage in trouble. This couple is separated on the brink of a divorce, and they have a young son. And of course, the young son asks Santa for the one thing you really don't want to deny your kid is a Christmas holiday with the family all together, and no arguments, no drama, just a happy, cozy home for Christmas. And the parents decide to see if they can do that for their son and hopefully make their relationship work. So that is on my list. I need something that gives me that heart-wrenching but happily ever after. Number 6 or 5 actually is My One Christmas Wish by D. Rose. I read the Warmth by D. Rose this month in November as a novella for my November Noir, and I was intrigued by the amount of steam and the complexity of the relationship that D. Rose was able to do in such a short span. So I'm interested because my one Christmas wish is a childhood best friends to lover romance where the female main character is coming back home for Christmas. She is struggling because she just had a horrible breakup, and her sister decides to set her up on a blind date. Unbeknownst to her, the blind date is her childhood best friend who she kind of fell out with, and he's been pining for her, and he loved her ever since they were kids. And so it's their romance upon this blind date. That sounds super sweet to me. The last recommendation that I will be reading this month is going to be by Nicole Falls. It's Merry Little Filthmas. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I have absolutely no clue what this novella is about. It is a really quick blurb. It doesn't really give too much, but again, it's a novella. I think it's about, it says one night Bryce Harrison is doing his laundry and he gets in more than he expected. Honestly, I could care less about what it's about. The title alone, Merry Little Filthmas, and this image tells the story for me. So those are the 6 novellas that I'll be reading for my Christmas romances. If you happen to have any recommendations that are quick novellas with a holiday theme that you would like to recommend, please feel free to leave them in the chat. If you've read one of these, please let me know which one you would tell me to prioritize. And if none of that interests you, leave me a Christmas tree in the comments below. And I'll talk to you all once I read them. Bye.